I'm Jessica. I'm doing the scene where Oedipus stabs his eyeballs out so he can't see the disaster that he's created, and we're going to watch the clip right now.
Horror. But there's more that I must see. How miserable I am. Such wretchedness. Where do I go? How can the wings of air sweep up my voice? Oh, my destiny, how far you've sprung now. To a fearful place men turn away from, a place they hate to look upon. Oh, the dark horror wrapped around me, that nameless visitor I can't resist, sent here on fair but fatal winds. Alas for me. And yet again, alas for me. The pain of stabbing brooches pierces me. The memory of agonizing shame. In your agony, it's not astonishing. You bear a double load of suffering, a double load of pain. Oh, my friend, you still care for me, and now with patience nurse me though I am blind. Alas, you're not hidden from me. Though I am blind, I know that voice so well. What drove you to this? How could you dare to blind yourself in such a way? What god made you? It was Apollo, friends. It was Apollo. He brought on all these troubles, the agonies I suffer. But the hand which stabbed out my eyes was mine alone in my wretched life. Why should I have eyes when there was nothing sweet for me to see? What you have said is true enough.
To analyze the plot. The plot starting off with Oedipus coming out from behind the wall is significant because it immediately shows the consequences of his actions. This entrance highlights the moment of his downfall and the seriousness of his actions. When he comes out with his bloody eyes, it visually and dramatically emphasizes his distress and realization of a huge mistake. The tone of Oedipus at this moment shows that he is in a lot of physical and mental pain, suffering from the consequences of his actions. His crawling on the floor shows his discomfort and inability to walk out confidently. Instead, he must come out in pain, which powerfully shows his suffering and remorse to the audience. This portrayal in the play effectively captures the depth of his agony and the weight of his tragic fate. Differences. I think this play, there was quite a few differences, mainly because it was in 2020, and so it's very modernized. The dialogue and the way the secretary covers Oedipus's eyes. I think the secretary came to cover Oedipus's eyes because we didn't have him like physically stabbing his eyes out, which is probably a good thing. But I think that was there to show how much in pain and the suffering, to show how much Oedipus was in pain and suffering. Their modernized clothing, they were in very modernized clothing. As you've seen, Oedipus was just in a button-up white shirt, suspenders, and a tie.